Hi everyone, Tam's here. I'm back with another weekly wrap up in my Midori Traveler's Notebook. Before we get started, I thought I would elaborate on something that I'm in the habit of doing every week when I share these videos. I often share just snippets from my week, and there is a reason for that. What I'm trying to do is give you an example of how I am prompting, where my prompts come from in my weekly journaling. And this is really an extension of a workshop I teach about weekly journaling and implementing your life goals and vision. So let me just go into a little detail about that quickly so that any new viewers understand why I do this each week. So in the front of my notebook, I have a vision board for my personal life and goals. And just expanding on that a bit, I decided to make some actionable goals for myself. And one of those is basically around nourishing the soul. And this week, my prompt was really focused on how do I nourish my soul. Now, I found out a while ago that the things that make me happy are gardening and creating things. And really, the way that I try to make sure I am creating something and having fun is each week I try to create this layout, a weekly layout that's a lot of fun for me. It's a great creative outlet. And the other thing I do, where I have found a lot of enjoyment, is writing letters and making mail art. That is something that is easy for me to work into my schedule. It's very satisfying to me, and it really just gives me new things. I'm learning more and more as I grow in that area. So when I share my clips for this week, the inspiration behind that was nourishing my soul via writing letters. So here's some highlights from this past week around my letter writing endeavors. I know that one of the ways to nourish my soul is to create something. And one of the ways I do that is by creating letters and writing letters every week. I try to write 2 letters per week and then create mail art. This week I created mail art with some Chinese takeout packaging. I also spent this past Saturday with friend and fellow letter writer Tracy Lee. I call her my fountain pen sensei. She's teaching me more about beautiful fountain pens, and I'll be sharing more about that later in the week. Here are this week's materials. For ink, I have my ever trusty Lamy Safari pen with a medium nib, and I have inked that with this beautiful Mont Blanc Albert Einstein gray. This was a gift from my fountain pen sensei, Tracy Lee. Thank you, Tracy. I love this. I am a weird person. I like the gray inks. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I think they're very pretty. Um, Also, I received letters from 2 new pen pals this week, and one of my new pen pals from Germany said that she enjoyed the Japanese thing. We both enjoyed Japanese culture, and she sent me some wonderful goodies, including these washi tapes, which are fabulous. And I want to use this blue one. I just love that. It's got cranes on it. I don't know if you can see, but it's just so pretty. But all of them are pretty. But I think I'm going to use the blue one this week. And then she sent me this cute little packet full of nice ephemera, and there's several things in here I may be using. From the week I have from a date night, we tried out a fun place in Tampa Hyde Park called Bar Taco. Very lively, but we had a fun time trying that out. And as always, my Midori insert is the number 019. So here is this week's layout. Again, my journal prompt this week was really all about how do you nourish your soul. And there's a great quote that I included by Carl Jung, and it says, "My friends, it is wise to nourish the soul, otherwise you will breed dragons and devils in your heart." And I thought that was an appropriate quote to go with this week's journal prompt theme. So as you can see, I really focused on the things I did around letter writing, some of the new inks that I have. Two new grays, yay. The incoming and outgoing mail has been noted. As usual, I included some other prompts from the week around my garden, my reading that I've been doing. And also, I did take a little downtime and I watched a bit of TV. I am a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon fan, and I just learned, I'm probably the last one to figure this out, but Netflix has produced an original movie that is a sequel to Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So I did watch that, and if you are fans of those movies, they do have these beautiful calligraphy scenes, and I have to admit that is one of my favorite reasons for why, well, favorite parts of the movie. But anyway, that's it for this week. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you are inspired to enter a weekly journal entry about what nourishes your soul and what you did this past week to seek that out and create. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next week.